Hey guys, it's David from Benchmark. In today's video, I'm going to use this device to create a 3D point cloud of this bridge right behind me. So this is the LiGrip O2 Lite, and it's a SLAM scanner with RTK built in. And what that means is I can take this and it's just going to be scanning while I'm walking, and that's going to let me get 3D point clouds and measurements in areas where my RTK is never going to be able to get a connection because it can't see any satellites. And it also means that I can carry that RTK position into those points without having to traverse my total station under the bridge. It's so cool that I got this bridge right here in front of me. I can just pick this thing up and walk through it, and instantly I have a point cloud that I can take into the office and I can take measurements off of, and I can do inspection work, GIS work, I can give volumes, and all I did was have to walk around. I never thought I would see technology like this when I first started at Benchmark, and it's just come so far. Okay, so all I got to do to get this set up is in the Green Valley app here, I just connect to the Wi-Fi of this device. Okay, and then I just connect to my phone's mobile hotspot and I hit connect device. And now once it's connected, it gives me a little status report. Hit OK, start operation, and then I go to RTK link. I just type in my RTK or my NTRIP information here, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so now you can see up in the top here, I'm fixed. I got 34 satellites. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the LiGrip O2, I'm gonna put it on the ground on sort of like a level, sort of flat surface. I'm just gonna hit start, and then I'm gonna create my job real quick. I can type in things like who did it, what the weather was, what the temperature was, that sort of stuff. And I just hit start collection. I want it to be on the ground. I don't want anything directly in front of it, but I do want some objects around so it can start seeing things and picking up exactly what it is. Then I'm just gonna wait for it to get heated up and running, and that's gonna take about 10 to 15 seconds. And then as soon as this line in the top of the screen says collecting instead of collection preparation, then we're good to go. So now that it's recording, I can pick it up and we can go walk our route. Now, we're gonna walk it at a pace a little bit slower than your normal walking speed. Not too much slower. We're gonna just hold it up like this, and I'm just gonna walk my way down these stairs and up the other side. When you're walking with this, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're not walking in a perfectly straight line. You want your path to have a little bit of a weave to it. That just helps it really get better idea of the depth on different objects that it's seeing. You can see here actually on my phone screen, it shows my path that I've walked, and it has the LiDAR cloud that it's built already showing up here. Okay, so now this time, at the bottom of the stairs here, I'm gonna work my way to the other side of this path, and I'm gonna slowly tilt the unit over the edge here so that I can get a little bit more information of that scree below the pathway. But also, because on my second pass, I don't wanna be in the exact same spot, because again, I want it to have more of that depth information. And then you can see when I'm tilting it, because you can pretty safely tilt these things out to 15, 30 degrees. I'm not just snapping my hand over, we're doing it in one gradual motion, and we're also continuing to move forward the whole time. So path-wise, we also have the option of going back the other way if we wanted. In this particular spot, I don't think it was gonna add much to the scan, so I didn't do that. But now finishing up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk a little bit past where I started. So I started about here. So I'm just gonna keep going to about over by these stairs, put the unit back down on the ground, and hit stop. Stop collection, yes. So now, once it's generated the point cloud, in this same job, if I'm looking at the map and I think, oh, there's a dark spot right there, I missed a bunch of data, all I gotta do is take the SLAM scanner, put it back in a spot where it's seen things before, and then just hit start, resume collection. It's gonna pick up what it sees and place itself in that point cloud, and then we can continue from there. So here's what we got. You can see it. We're just gonna throw it up on screen here from my phone. I can rotate this around. That red line is the path that I walked. I can rotate this around, and you can see I just have a nice point cloud underneath this bridge. It's sparser here than it is in real life because they sparse it down so it can run on the phone. But when you actually bring it into the computer, you get the full point cloud that is stored, and it's a lot more dense than this. And you can see the path that I walked. You can see the underside of the bridge. Look at that. We can even see those beams in there, and which is kind of just blows me away. But we have all that data. We went and got all that information. It took us 5 minutes, and we're in and out. We got the data we needed, and we can get back to the office. And we're never going to get that shot with RTK. And if we were doing a total station, we would have been out here for hours. Okay, so you saw how easy it is just now to get all the data from under this bridge where we were never going to get an RTK shot. Makes SLAM scanner super useful for anyone who's doing as-builts where they're getting into spots where the GPS can't get a fix, because it's way faster than setting up and traversing in a total station, and you get way more data than you were ever going to get with a total station. It just really augments the deliverable that you can get to your customers. Now, I did all this with the light model of the SLAM scanner. There are higher models where you can actually take the scanner off of the handheld and put it on a drone, so you can get combined scans of, you know, the rooftop of a building plus all the surrounding areas of the building plus, you know, under the bridge, just from, you know, using the different mounts on the drone, on the backpack, on the handheld, whatever you need. But even just with this, I was able to collect all the data I needed today and more. So if you got any questions about this technology, you want to know how it can benefit you and your business, just give me a shout. Call the number on screen or send me an email, david@bench-mark.ca.